to a big four-way for. We went from that to a big four-way for the now up for grabs TNT Championship, formerly held by Adam Cole.
Well, and again, the only route we can possibly go to crown a new champion is let's have a four-way. No DQ, and everybody gets to do everything. And it was a real moment, and then we go back to the normal markishness, and it was. And Daniel Garcia came out and had a long hug with Adam on the stage there, and that was heart-tugging. But then it's Garcia against Sammy Guevara, against Dustin Rhodes, against Kyle Felcher. And Sammy and Dustin are partners in Ring of Honor, so Dustin, one of the guys that's going for the TNT title, comes out to the ring carrying two different belts.
Didn't just miss three last night.
Tag team and six-man tag team.
No, I mean Shining Stars.
God damn it!
Oh, well, that sucks.
Again, if you don't, they ought to send out mailings so you can post a list next to you. Okay.
I'm talking about
who has the 20-something belts? What did 20-something that one of our readers figured out one time that they were administrating?
That's right.
In this company.
Tyler does.
And so the guy that's wanting to win the belt, he's coming out. He's already got two belts. It just looks like a fan fest. Regardless, I'm not saying Dustin doesn't deserve to have a belt.
I think it takes a lot of time.
But anybody with all these belts is just ridiculous.
Freaking shinies and stuff.
And the bell rang, and it's a four-way. So
I'm pretty much almost done with the
15 minutes later, after they'd done everything they figured out they wanted to do.
Pretty much. I just gotta catch all the starters.
Garcia is in a ring with Dustin. They've wiped out Sammy and Kyle out, so they can go to the hiding place they have under the ring or whatever for talent to be out of the picture. And Garcia had the sharpshooter on Dustin for a while. And then, I don't know if the idea was that Dustin was going to struggle and turn it, but it looked to me like that Garcia just stepped back over.
I don't know which one.
And then bent over, and Dustin small packaged him 1, 2, 3.
And Polion and...
So Dustin couldn't beat Sammy because they're partners in the other set of belts that he's got. And they didn't want to beat Kyle because he's a young fucking star.
It's not everything, but I would say, yeah.
And kind of, if they're going to give everybody belts, he's the one that ought to have one.
Just
or
like
one of the ones that ought to have one.
Was the best.
But the 55-year-old guy beat Garcia, who's another babyface.
Oh, now we're doing the ring.
But now he has 3 belts, and Garcia don't have any, and Kyle don't have any. So it seems unfair.
The way how I play it,
Dustin was very emotional.
That helps me.
Texas. And in Texas,
his nephews.
I got all the legendaries
came out and hugged him and celebrated.
Use a Pokeball.
But I don't know.
You wasted all your Pokeballs.
Maybe he's the new belt collector.
I think a lot of this card was about trying to give their fans in that building like just nothing but like happy moments.
I actually did.
And if you think about who went over in almost every scenario,
no, you save your Master Ball.
That's what they did. They made their fans happy with who actually went over.
I got one Master Ball.
Well, I guess that's something that you should do. But at the same time, I don't know that you should slaughter the entire talent roster and carry them all off in meat wagons to various body bag factories on the way to doing it. Seems like there'd be an easier way. Can we do this the easy way or the hard way?
Because I thought
with Fletcher. That's 2 different times that Fletcher either hurt Adam Cole or something happened. Obviously, part of it's Adam Cole, but if you're Tony Khan, are you a little annoyed with Fletcher?
All right, Chessman.
Again, I'm looking at the field. If I was Tony Khan, I'd be annoyed at almost everybody on this fucking show.
The teddy bear is like.
But I mean, seriously. So I don't know who was the last one to take a fucking hammer to Adam Cole's head and give him brain damage. So I don't really know which one to direct my pith at, to be pithy with them. But when you look at Sammy has been, well, they just stuck him over in Ring of Honor so they can pay because I guess he's just a dick that always keeps fucking up. And Garcia's just, Jesus Christ, it's like fucking oatmeal. No sugar, no nothing, just oatmeal. Dustin, it can work and has the last outlaw kind of old timer thing going for him, but if they're going to put Kyle in this match, he's the young proto star. He's got a physique. He's on the way up, allegedly. Or they could have had a three-way and just left him out.
Well, that was the TNT title match. It looks like you skipped over the Garcia-Sammy dance contest, but what was next on the show, Jim?
At NICE, we're developing AI that doesn't just react, it anticipates. With Kristen's help, we've built our platform to not just respond to customer needs, but anticipate them. So for employees, that means they always know the next best action, automation, workflow, snack break, all orchestrated on one unified platform. Right. So if there's an issue brewing, it resolves it. Optimizes the process, like meditation, but for the customer experience. That's right. And doing it all before it becomes a real problem. Like a fire alarm that's about to go off. Right now. Okay, you have a gift. You have to use it for good. I'm not psychic. I'm just really good at anticipating what people need. And maybe a little too into finishing people's commercials. Wait, can I try it? Go for it. Cue the end cards. Resolving problems before they become one. That's so nice.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me?
Going off.
Oh, we'll be right there.
Each game is different. So, in Violet, you're going to see a lot more pluses than you are minuses. And then in Scarlet, you're going to see a lot more minuses than you are pluses. Hey, there's all of them. When they did the update on everything, they changed a whole bunch of stuff from when.
It's time for the main event.
The main event?
Oh, yeah, trust me.
Glad that you're sick of indie wrestling stuff because this is a serious main event for the AEW World Championship. Texas Death Rules.
I'm in a cage,
So now, remember we had the guy in the cowboy hat that was playing some, I don't know, goofy music for Kenny or whatever. But now on the stage we have a guitarist and a whistling woman trying to replicate the best of Ennio Morricone live. And I don't know if any of it was good, but some of it was bad and a bit of it was ugly. And we see the video of Paige walking around an empty cattle farm of some description.
Probably not.
What?
Probably
To
not.
indicate that he's a cowboy.
They don't teach during bunch of
Again, the
games,
spaghetti western classic music plays in the background. He's as much
It's
of
a
a cowboy
playing
as I am an astronaut from NASA.
Very
I
few
love
things to
orbiting
learn.
the Earth.
Back in the day.
Ground control to Major
Brilliant
Jim.
kid.
Can you see Stan Hansen
By Dark
making an
Side Cam,
entrance
which
to a
makes logical
guitar and a
sense.
whistling woman?
Well, they had some intricate entrances in Japan, maybe not all Japan, but nothing like
Maybe
this.
a special attacker.
No, and
Stan Hansen wasn't
Sockface.
a cowboy from Virginia.
Well, no, and actually that's, again, a cowboy from Virginia is sort of like a low-fat Twinkie.
Either way.
But Sockface on the commentary was doing the voiceover that he had carefully written,
Just
describing the hangnail there, Adam Page, and basically he made him the only politically correct cowboy ever in wrestling. And who's the guy that's saying that that Page is just a star that would have been a star in any era in the 70s, the 80s, and the territories?
I saw that.
That he's goddamn what Magnum TA would have been. Who is this fucking
he's on SNY. I've never seen him, but apparently he does some wrestling podcasts here and there.
What is SNY?
The Mets Network.
Oh, good Lord.
But I don't know.
Well,
but that tweet went
The
around.
guy that
If I could
Triple H
find-
thoughts tweet
Wait, is that
tweeted,
shiny?
yeah, sure. He'll go into business for himself on live TV. He's got butterfly jeans and
Shiny
a
Dribble
fucking
has
fake
red on it.
cowboy that would certainly get over in any era. I didn't do that tweet justice, but I retweeted it because I didn't want to steal his material. But what kind of delusional fuckwit is this guy?
Almost time to go.
That who called it? Who is it called? Page Hangman? Page. It was more like
What?
Magnum LGBTA.
Oh.
So, in what territory
I got Turtwig.
in what era would Harley Race and
There's-
Bruno Sammartino have main evented against Adam
There's like
Page?
24
Well,
starters.
the thing is that he's
So
making a
there's
comment
6.
about someone he personally
27.
likes, but he doesn't know anything about wrestling before
27.
probably the 90s.
24
So
to
he's
catch,
saying-
I reckon.
This guy could have fit into anywhere
I
in the
mean, not counting
70s.
this stuff.
What the fuck does this guy know? If he's saying that, you don't know anything.
The 16-year-old male
you are.
fans would have kicked the shit out of Adam Page in the 70s. Especially take him to the Nashville Fairgrounds. Or anywhere in Louisiana for that matter. Anyway, so here comes the cowboy, and then Moxley and his goofs come out in the beat-up pickup truck. That Page should have driven out in a beat-up pickup truck. What? I don't know. They just. Ugh. So the match starts, and it's a Texas death match, and it's for the AEW title, and it's Dick the Boozer versus Hangnail Page, and they start the contest somewhere around 5 hours and 15 or 20 minutes, I believe, into this thing, plus the pre-show. And they started off by trading forearms. And
The NFL Flag Championships, presented by Toyota, are returning to Canton, Ohio. Be there live to witness the Youth Flag Football Event of the Year. July 17th through the 20th. Register with NFL One Pass for free entry today.
it's like it's a rib. It's like it's a rib. And then Page is on him. They go in the corner. He fights like a pissed-off teenage girl with him.
Real heck.
The fans were booing anything that Moxley did because they didn't want to see him, and they definitely didn't want to see him win this thing. But then they each got a fork, and again, Moxley actually had Page stab him in the head with the fork about 20 times and puncture his head so he would start bleeding. Now, he augmented it later on with a blade because the fork didn't do that, but no, that was real.
This is my 3rd time catching these stars.
Because this guy, somebody needs to do a mental evaluation. He has one of these self-harm fetishes, or he thinks he's some goddamn famous psychopath serial killer. He fantasizes about that Nick Gage garbage. And he's been to... We know why he flunked out of the WWE, because of the mindset that he has. But he's been there. He didn't learn anything. 2 guys he was with left him in the fucking dust. But now he's here with a bunch of marks to support him in the locker room and tell him how great he is. And a fucking feckless boss who will let him do any kind of distasteful, low-class bullshit. This is what you get. And said before in the show, in the old days, the guys would do the hard way, get a black eye to make the fucking people believe the business. Now, everything about both of these guys has told everybody this is all completely fake. It's all prearranged. We're cooperating with each other, but we're really going to slice each other up. So at the same time as they're calling attention to how fake wrestling is, they're really hurting each other and making each other look like goddamn subhuman sideshow fucking freak dwellers
That's all he needed.
that like to inflict punishment on each other before they bite the head off the fucking live
play
chicken.
1-card bats.
In this day and age, I didn't think it was possible.
I got
to
2
make
more hours.
wrestlers and wrestling look stupider,
fine.
sillier, trashier, more low class, vulgar, disgusting, and not for major league
Thought I had to quit.
sponsorship.
Like a scrub.
But they do it. So then, and Page got his juice the normal way, at least from his
I could
head.
wake
Later
up.
on, he'd be rolling around in broken
Wait, I
glass,
need
but
to
at
go
least
to-
even he's smarter than the freak show fellow, and he's an empty-headed dipshit. Moxley got a barbed wire chair, but he didn't hit Page with it. He put it down on the ground, picked Page up, and slammed him on it. And do you think he did crack with Nick Gage to train for this and come up with the ideas for it, or?
Yeah, they changed a
No,
lot.
I think these were his sober thoughts.
So Moxley then left the ring and his opponent so that he and Marina Shafir could set up a table and then milk that he would throw Page off the top through it, but they didn't because that trick comes later. And then Moxley asked Shafir for a bucket of broken glass. And I wrote, I never thought I'd see people that made the Sheik and Abdullah look like athletes with good taste. And by the way, may I remind everybody, when the Sheik and Abdullah did this shit, it lasted 5 to 7 minutes. And you never saw anything like it before, and you didn't see anything for a long time afterwards like it. And then Moxley drug Page through the broken glass, and now the ring was trashed, and it couldn't work. Well, they did work in it anyway, because they take bumps in broken glass. There was a pile driver on the glass.
I know how to play
Page
Modern
then
Dark World.
clearly helped
What?
climb up
I
the
know how to play Modern
turnbuckle so
Dark
that
World.
Moxley could try to powerbomb
Well, not
him
modern,
through
but 2020.
chairs, but Page blocked it.
There's the Dark Spirit of
Moxley
Banishment
raked
and
some
Dark
barbed
Spirit
wire
of
over Page's back,
Malice
and then Moxley turned
and
his
Curse
back
Necrophilia.
and waited for Page to set the chairs up so that
that's
he could
what's up.
powerbomb Moxley onto him. And then Wheeler Useless came in and just nailed Page with a chair, but Page didn't sell it and knocked Wheeler out. And then Marina Shafir interfered. So Page gave her a Death Valley driver off the apron through the table. Did you see that particular movement, Brian?
Well, of course I did. That was a big part of the match.
Did you see what Page did to take care of himself and not her?
What did he do?
The Death Valley driver, he turns her, he jumps off the apron, he landed on the table and broke it and got his fall cushion, but he put her just past the table. So her momentum was still going and she took the move right on the floor.
Empty stomach and empty fridge? Fill both with DoorDash. And keep the whole fam happy. Download the app today.
If I knew about this gadget sooner, I wouldn't leave home without it. This portable OTG smartphone IR infrared remote control adapter is a game changer. Easily plugs into Androids or iPhones. Control any IR device from TVS to scooters. Imagine controlling the mall's TVS. Seamless setup through the app and control everything around you. Compact, convenient, and compatible. Get yours in TikTok.
Fucking idiot. And again, these are women, you stupid fucks. In storyline, it's ridiculous, and it's not fucking proper in real life. Anyway, so then they took some more bumps in the glass until Claudio got in and beat up Page, and then Wheeler beat up Page. Jim Ross's line there was, I know it's no DQ, but use some logic. Then they pulled out another table, but Osprey came out and beat up Claudio and Wheeler, but Gabe Kidd stopped Osprey and gave him a pile driver on the floor, and then they got a chair and they put the chair around his neck and Pillmanized Osprey's neck on the floor with the chair. And I'm like, so what the fuck? They've crippled their top babyface now. They just carried Samoa Joe out the same way. And then all came to
Yeah,
a halt. There's a bunch of these morons wandering around the ring, just standing there
where I
staring.
can find the Cyndaquil.
These two
and
idiots
it's
in the
not
match
popping
are
up.
bleeding all over themselves, just laying around. The doctors have to come over and attend to Osprey and get the
I'm thinking
stretcher.
about making the sandwich.
And then Moxley and Page start their match again. They do a suplex off the apron through 2 tables covered in
What?
barbed wire. While on the other side of the ring, Osprey's getting taped to the backboard
Not
and
even
wheeled
wanting
off
to
in the
shine. I
goddamn
just need it
ambulance.
for
Or not
my
the
other
wheeled off on the
Pokédex
stretcher.
for Scarlet.
But then there's nothing happening again. And now Osprey is taken out.
Yeah, it's like in
The
a
other
little
heels
cave,
are all
right at
standing
the
around
end
on
of
the floor.
floor.
Moxley and Page get back in the ring and they trade forearms.
Yeah, it's
And then
similar to like
Moxley gets a
Torture.
Gotch pile driver on him
It's,
and a choke on
in
him,
like
and
a
then
little
let it
cave.
go and jumped up so that the referee could do a 10 count.
And it'll spawn.
And of
but
course,
it,
at 9,
I don't know
Page
how
jumped
hard it
up
is to
to his
spawn.
feet. So then Moxley gave him a double arm DDT finish on the
So,
barbed wire chair.
I don't know the best way of going about it.
And the referee got to 9.5. Now they've gone so long, Page's gig had already dried up. So then Moxley asked for a plastic bag, and
What,
Useless
me?
got in and handed it to him, and everybody just
I'm not
wandered
busy.
around. And as he's got the plastic bag, suddenly, Brian, have I exaggerated anything so far? Just so the people know it's not just me.
No, not yet. No.
Well, on the screen, it
Right.
was Darby Allin from the
No, I'm
mountaintop.
not busy. I just...
Manikato Nights. A video he took on Mount Everest.
Well, let me look. I'm going to make a
Say,
fire
I'm coming to
sandwich,
get
I
you.
think.
And then, while they're looking at the Darby on the screen, looked like he was near death on his fucking mountain. This stupid
You want
moron
me to hold
climbed on a
Mystica?
billionaire's goddamn paycheck. Brian Danielson jumps in the ring with a mask on and fucking gives the big knee to Wheeler and pulls the mask off and does the yes, yes, yes.
Because I'm not going to go
And
for
then
a shiny,
Danielson
but
kicked
like...
the shit out of the heel stooges
want
all
to see
over
one.
ringside. But while everybody was watching that,
Just
they
making a
started
counter-
lowering Darby from the
Oh,
ceiling.
never mind. I found something cool.
And they got a shot of it. The announcers
Oh,
called it. But this was before the fans were seeing it
Yeah.
because they're still watching Danielson chase these
Yeah,
other
I
son
got
of a
one.
bitches out of
It
there.
popped up.
And then
It took me a minute.
Darby is down on the ground now, and Moxley
Okay.
stares at him,
That's
and
fine.
Page hit Moxley with the buckshot.
Okay.
And Darby gave a coffin drop off the top
Later.
rope to all the heels on the floor, and they all fought off.
All right, yeah, you're fine.
And you'll think, well,
Whatever,
here's the perfect
whatever.
time for the
Like,
finish.
I'm
Page
not
hits
busy.
another buckshot. And then he gives
Oh,
him
you
a
want me
dead
joining
eye
D&D
off
game?
the apron through a table to the floor.
All right, yeah,
Gotta be the finish. Referee
yeah.
counts,
Give me a minute,
and
and
Page
I'll
back in at
join you
3.
guys. Just,
At 9, Schaefer goes around, hooks Moxley, picks him up. He stood
because I'm
up
gonna be
when she
working
put
the
her
next
hands on
few
him.
Fridays.
And she
as it
yelled,
says.
fuck you at Page. It goes on.
I did
Because
too.
now the
I had,
Hardley boys are in the ring.
well, I didn't work yesterday, but I
And they
worked Friday.
double
I worked
super kick
overtime
and
too.
double shitty
we're
knee lift
short-handed.
Adam Page. And that leaves him a sitting duck. For when Moxley and Schaefer pull out the
No,
bed
yeah,
of
no, that's fine.
nails.
I can, yeah.
And Dave, if you defend this
Okay.
bullshit like you always do with, well, I don't
Yeah, that
like it,
works.
but it works for this audience, fuck you, pal. You're as bad as a maggot trying to defend Trump. You just won't
All
admit
right,
the
yeah,
fucking truth.
I'll talk to you
Your
here soon.
boys have
Like I
shit
said,
the
I gotta
bed.
finish up a couple more things
This
up,
has
and then
gone
I
too
should
far.
be
This
good.
is a complete train wreck of a presentation.
Okay.
I don't care
All
if
right,
they
yeah,
sell
that's fine.
100,000 tickets a day. This is a bad show that
All right.
gets worse. Deal with it.
Later.
So then Paige crawled over.
Let's go.
They still not line up.
like 4'5". Don't you notice by now?